Hello, it is January 14, and it's 1:48 in the afternoon here in wonderful southern Illinois. It's a cold day. It was -1 last night. It's about 25 now, and we've got a lot of snow on the ground. And I've been spending some time looking at different, let me turn my light on here, looking at different YouTube people, or not YouTube, on TikTok creators that are very active in the retirement space. So trying to look through them, see who has something to say, and and see what I have to learn from some folks there. So the one I'm going to show here is really popular on TikTok. This guy is. Let me share it here, and I hope you can hear the I hope we can hear the audio. Let me make sure I'm doing it right. Also share audio tab. Okay, I think that's going to work. So here he is. This is Tyler. His name is, and wealth he does a finance and wealth creator page on TikTok, and he's pretty good generally from what I follow him. And he put out a TikTok this morning about the number one reason I'm going to take Social Security at age 62. So I'm going to play it here. Hopefully, it plays the audio. Just listen to his argument for why you should take Social Security at age 62. Let me play it.
Here is the number one reason I plan on taking
Hope
my
you can hear
Social
this.
Security benefits at 62. And I dare you to challenge this reason. I'm Tyler. I'm a former financial advisor and portfolio manager, and now I make financial content for free, so you don't have to pay for it.
Hope
Number
you're
one,
hearing
I
this.
logged into SSA.gov this morning and saw that if I start taking Social Security at 62, I'm currently projected to receive $2,120 a month. But if I wait until 70, I'd receive much more, $3,822 a month. Number two, but here's where it gets interesting. I took about 5 minutes to actually add up the numbers myself instead of listening to some dingling on social media tell me how to think. If I do wait to start taking Social Security until I'm 70, even though it will eventually be more money per month, those payments won't end up beating what I've been taking since 62 until I'm 81 years old. Number three, I've been told my entire life, as I'm sure you have too, to just save and save for this magical neverland called retirement. Now I'm being told by financial advisors that if we really want to live our golden years, we should wait until we're 81 years old to do it, and we'll have sacrificed almost a decade of supplemental income in our 60s when our minds were still sharp and our hips were still greased. Well, I'm actually tired of being told to defer life, and I plan to start taking advantage of as much as this life has to offer when I'm 62 years old. And I've just got one question for you. Who's coming with me? Here is the number one
So let me
reason
stop
I
that.
plan on taking my
So
Social
he
Security
makes the
benefits
argument. This
at
is the first
62.
financial planner. This guy's a professional financial planner, and he's the first one I've ever heard making this argument that I'm aware of. So what he's saying is he's done the math and he's calculated that he knows his average mortality is going to be 81 years old. Therefore, when he's done the math on he shared the amount he'd get if he took a 62 versus 70, and he made the decision that, based on the difference and when you'd have that crossover point they talk about, where if you wait 62 versus 70, where it crosses over and you start getting more if you wait till 70, and he figured that's 81 years old for him. And he's done the math, and of course he's a financial planner, so he saved a lot of money. So he's saying, I'm taking it at 62. This is maybe the first financial planner I've heard ever say that. Most of them talk about save, 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 take Social Security, wait till 67 or 70, that kind of argument. This guy's arguing differently, which is very interesting to me. You got a financial planner saying this, because usually it's just people that, they're frankly just tired of working like I am, and they've kind of done a rough calculus in their mind, and it's like, I'm taking it at 62. Screw it. I'm tired of working. I'll figure it out. Now, the thing that's not said here is that he he's a financial planner, and I'm quite certain, watching his other videos, he's invested very well, and he's probably very well prepared uh, for his retirement. But I thought it was interesting. His case is basically the same argument that you hear from a lot of other folks that advocate at 62 to take it, because that crossover point's 81. Now, usually I look at people that say that and they confuse mortality at birth and mortality at a given age. He gets it. He understands that mortality at his age is really 81 years old. It's not, 73 or something like that. It's 81. And doing that math in his head, he still made the calculus that I'm taking it at 62, because that crossover point's 81. I'm going to live while I can live. It's that, you hear a lot about that from some popular YouTubers. And so, uh, I've always planned to take it 62, but I don't think that I'm still trying to figure out the piece on the insurance, and you can read through the chat here just in the comments that this guy got on this video, and people talk about that the only reason they're going to keep working is health insurance, and that's the big wild card. Then other people jump in there and say, forget that, just do the Affordable Care Act stuff and be done with it. So anyway, I thought it was an interesting video to follow. This is Tyler, and I forget his last name, but he does finance and wealth, particularly for people in retirement. And you get a little different vibe from him than you do from other people that talk about, the financial planners that talk about when you take Social Security. So it's a different take. There is, and there are, I should say, there are TikTokers out there that are in the retirement community. I was chatting with somebody else on here today or yesterday, and it's like, you know, TikTok's a younger group. I can't quite figure it out, and it is definitely a younger group. It's not people I would call like not a lot of 55 plus until you dig in and you start finding people like this. But there's really good people out there that this is their platform and this is the one they use versus YouTube. That's another discussion though. But the purpose of this video, what I was doing this live for, was to share what uh what Tyler talks about here. And I'm curious what other people think. Do you, I fully intend to take it at 62. I'm 59, going to be 59 and a half here this year in 2025. And I fully intend to take it at 62. And what would that be? 3 years. But, I've diligently put money aside. My wife has too. And then combination with a HECM, a home equity reverse mortgage. As you get into retirement, it works way differently than the Tom Selleck ones. But between those two things, I think we'll be fine. And I fully intend to take it at 62. Don't know that I'm going to need it, but I'm confident, if I follow the Dave Ramsey idea of you can do better with the S&P 500 if you just plunk the money in there and forget you had it, that hopefully when I get to that age I'd be able to do something like that. But I'm just wanted to share two things. One is that this is the first real financial planner that I'm aware of that advocates do it at 62. Just do it. And again, he doesn't say in this video, because he only has so much time on a TikTok video, he doesn't really talk about, hey, there's Buzz. Hey Buzz, how are you, sir? Yeah, that's it. Buzz says that's the same math I did. Yeah, and for me, it's similar, Buzz. We're probably about in the same boat. I could get, I don't think it's like a little over 4,000 if I waited till 70, and at 62, I think I'd get like 24 or something like that, 2460. And the math's the same for me. And it's interesting. This gentleman, this guy Tyler, there may be other financial planners out there that talk about it, but this is the first one I've seen that says do it at 62. Just do it. And that's interesting to me because a lot of times you see people that talk about 67 and 70 if they're financial planners, at least from the ones I watch. So anyway, that's what this was. And Buzz, it was you. You don't know if you were on here earlier. I was mentioning that I think there's again, I don't know how much longer TikTok's going to last, to be honest, but uh, I expect it's going to stay around. But there is a pretty vibrant community on TikTok that is it's not as big, I think, as the YouTube audience because the average age on TikTok is probably a hell of a lot younger than it is on YouTube. I'm assuming, but there are definitely strands out there. If you look through like this guy's string of commenters on here, there's a lot of people in retirement that are talking about are close to retirement or in retirement that are following this guy pretty closely. I thought, for instance, I look at his name. It's really weird. I don't know if this is one of those knockoff pages that steal like this may not actually be him, and I need to dig into it farther because that this guy wouldn't have a username like that. I think this is one of those channels that, and Buzz, for your benefit, I don't know that I've ever seen anybody on TikTok take your stuff yet, but they definitely take other YouTubers stuff and they trim it down, take what they want, and they do this. So this may be one of those channels as I look at him now, and they publish it as their own stuff and they're monetized for it, and they make I know they're making pretty good money doing it. And I think it's such it's like the wild west with that. So there's really no control over it on TikTok. But there are some other YouTubers out there. I know their stuff's being taken and put on here, but that may be this guy. I'm not really sure, but um, I need to dig into that a little bit farther and make sure because I don't want to support somebody that's that's stealing from somebody else here. But I need to search for Tyler and make sure I didn't catch that till just now. But anyway, it's really interesting stuff to me. The idea that first financial planner I've seen that advocates for that. Maybe there's others out there I'm not aware of. If and again, he's predicating this with, I think he's a financial planner. I'm certain he's got quite a portfolio and he can take it at 62. He's not going to be someone that is going to take it at 62 and then have to work a different job, I don't think. So that's the one caveat I think I'd be throwing in there from what I can tell. I hope you can't hear that background music, but anyway, I don't want to stick on around here too long. I just want to get on to throw that out there that there's different perspectives from financial planners, at least that I see, on when you should actually take it. And this is one of them that's out there, or whoever's stealing his stuff here, I need to find out and switch to him instead of this person. And that's really intriguing to me. But also there are there are people on TikTok that do talk about retirement out there. Not, it's a different community, and it's definitely, usually younger people, but you can find the communities out there of different topics out there. And there's a TikTok community out there. And, like this guy, whoever this is, whether it's him or not, they've got you get monetized really easily on TikTok. And that's why they do this kind of stuff. And that kind of irritates me a little bit. But anyway, I just want to hop on real fast. I'm at 11 minutes there, and share this. And then anybody has any thoughts on that, on financial planners? How many of you know that recommend taking it at 62? Most just say, from what I can tell, don't take it, don't take it, don't take it. But this guy's advocating differently. So anyway, thanks a lot. I just wanted to hop on and share that. And I hope you have a great day.